Perceptions. Kanan becomes aware of something cold pressing against his face.
Wake up!
A voice cries in the distance.
Please!
Kane realizes it is the cool pane of glass beneath him that he is feeling with his cheek. He tries to open his eyes, but finds himself unable to.
I haven't eaten since you two went at it. I hear you breathing, although how you managed to kill him eludes me.
The voice sighs, weak and weary. Having the responsibility of another's life suddenly sitting upon his shoulders gives Kanan a sensation he hasn't felt before. This is the first time, to his knowledge, that he has been needed by another creature. Kane forces his eyes open. His arm stretches out before him upon the glass floor of the underground fortress. Through the glass beneath him, he is startled to see it drop away to apparent nothingness. He begins to get dizzy, thinking about how precarious his life seemed to hang in the air with barely anything seeming to be supporting the glass. A giant winged creature flies by beneath him, so quickly gone as it had appeared. He realizes suddenly that he is naked, lying in a puddle of decomposing goo. Placing a hand against the glass, he presses himself up, but his hand slips in the unknown goo and he face plants back into the disgusting puddle. Kane feels a sinking feeling in his stomach as he staggers to his feet, shaking his head slowly from side to side.
Where are you?
He asks the voice.
To your right, behind these bookshelves.
The bodiless voice says, excited to hear another's voice. Kane turns to see many rows of bookshelves.
Can you please be a little...
He pauses as a book flies off one of the bookshelves further down to his right.
More descriptive.
He mutters. Stumbling over to the shelf, he peers through the empty book slot. An eye with a white and green speckled iris is looking back at him.
I see you,
the voice says, chuckling in relief. Kanan doesn't know what to think about his newfound friend.
How do I release you?
He asks as he looks around the bookshelves.
Third shelf, seventh book from the right.
The voice says.
But aren't you worried I might kill you? Not really.
Kanan says as he pulls the book in question, which in turn activates the shelf to slide out and to the side, revealing a man clapping his hands whilst standing in a room barred on all sides. The man held prisoner was in tattered clothes, with wounds and bruises covering his entire body. He stops clapping, suddenly, wary of his rescuer.
Why are you naked? This is a rescue, right?
The beaten man hesitates. Kanan sighs.
Please disregard my lack of clothing. What is your name? Mine is Kane. Rev,
the man says.
Call me Rev.
Both of them are knocked off their feet as something smashes into the reinforced glass at the lower levels of the hidden fortress.
So you really did kill Salex?
Rev yells at Kanan as books and items smash into the ground around them. Kanan wonders why this prisoner is so calm, then also wonders why he himself is so calm.
I believe that would be the term,
he says thoughtfully. Rev looks around but doesn't see Salex's body.
I heard you guys over here. Where's his corpse?
Kanan shrugs, not really knowing how to talk about it.
He could still be alive then,
Rev exclaims, trying not to remember the details of his last 3 months being trapped in the cavern. cavern's labyrinth, being tormented by the Whispers, and then being captured by Salix, whom then tortured him for the remainder of the time, letting him know he was going to eat Rev throughout the whole process. Again, something crashes into the clear structure, but both Kanan and Rev manage to stay on their feet this time. Rev looks at Kanan, but then quickly looks away.
Can you find some clothes, please?
Embarrassed, Kanan goes to a doorway at the end of the bookshelves. As he approaches the door, he sees that it is slightly ajar. He tries to look through the crack in the door, but sees nothing. Opening the door, he steps inside to find an illuminated hallway filled with doors that do not have the same glass floor as found in the rest of the fortress. He hears a crash outside the hallway as the creatures smash themselves into the structure once again. But surprisingly, the hallway itself does not even vibrate. Rev jumps through the doorway as the glass outside of the hallway begins cracking. Kanan sticks his head out the door and looks down through the fractured glass to see the enormous winged creature from before break through the bottom floor into the second. The creature's eyes glowed in the darkness, seeming to peer right at Kanan. He closes the door, spying the creature break through the remaining floors toward them. The door closes, and only silence remains.